Through meditation, I can keep in touch with myself. I can keep in the balance. I feel I can touch, in a way, the reality, what's real.
I meditate because it makes me feel good. I feel after I meditate, I feel happier. I feel more normal.
It helps me to connect with others and on the heart level.
It gives me something that I don't get so easily from other things, and that something is, it's some sort of peace, or some sort of like inner satisfaction somehow, that that you only get from certain things, and like when certain things go well.
It gives you this kind of feeling of being peaceful, but it gives you also this pure joy that is uncomparable with anything else, because you feel happy. You feel happy with yourself, you feel happy with your life, and you're kind of satisfied every day, and it gives you this chance to be in present moment, which is beautiful.
It helps me to be a more confident person. It helps me in my relationships. It helps me to be a better mother. It helps me to understand my place in the world. I think it also helps me to accept my defects.
It helps me to communicate with others and understand myself.
I guess some people, they might say, okay, I had a really rough day, I'm going to go home and have a drink. But I have a really rough day and I go home and I meditate.
It just feels good.
It brings me peace. And I think that peace is something that we're all looking for. And peace is something that you just can't always get in this busy life. So I think if I didn't meditate, somehow I would be a little bit more lost than I am now.
You just kind of open yourself to be present for life, if you can say like that. In a good meditation, I think that you somehow become more tuned with the whole complexity of life.
Often when I first sit down, I have lots of thoughts coming, and then slowly they're slowing down, and my attention starts to go inside, and I start to feel these sensations on my hands, the vibrations on the hands.
I was just having a really crappy week, and the summer had just started in Finland, and it was just warm enough that we could go to the beach to meditate. And I just had this burning desire, I have to go outside and I need to meditate on the earth. And so we did. We got up around 6 and we went down to the beach. And we were sitting and meditating on the beach, and we were the only people there. There was nobody else, no joggers, no runners, nobody. It was empty, no dogs, just us. And as I was sitting there meditating, with my eyes closed, I started to hear the sounds of the pebbles in the sand, like the small grains of sand as the water receded, going back, the sound of those grains of sand actually falling back into the sea. And it was this very soft, beautiful sound. It was like almost like music, and that little bit of water and that feel of the wind on my face. And then when I opened my eyes, I saw all these birds in the sky over the sea. Hundreds of birds, a huge flock of them flying. But at first I couldn't understand what it was because they were so far out over the sea. And it looked like somebody was pulling a ribbon through the air, and it was just sort of going like this. And it was so harmonious and beautiful. And then I realized it was these birds and this formation that kept changing in this absolute harmonious form of collectivity through the sky. And I just had this amazing moment that how can the birds be so collective and so unified and so beautiful, and why can't we human beings do that? And if we are more collective, maybe we can be as beautiful as that image that I'm seeing right now at that moment. And it was so uplifting and so joyful, and I felt so inspired, and I just went off to work with this amazing feeling of love and desire to be more collective and more unified with the human beings around me. And that was a great way to start my day.
If I've had a very good meditation, then the feeling is like a very tangible silence, that I feel a silence within and without. It doesn't matter where I am, I just feel a sense of silence, a deep sense of silence.
Then the thoughts slowing down and slowly into meditation.
I also feel very content. If I've had a good meditation, I feel very content and satisfied.
I'm always looking forward for that moment in the evening before going to sleep when I could just sit down and breathe and just cool down myself and feel this kind of moment of thoughtless awareness and this kind of peace. That's what I get from meditation.
I just start to feel a sense of peace, an increasing sense of peace.
You can try to describe meditation in this way, that maybe you become more aware how sacred life is, or how important every moment can be. It's just like a feeling that, like, wow, I feel good here. I feel my heart is full of something that I want to give to other people. That everything's gonna be fine somehow.
The other day I had a really big fight with my husband, and I had this like kind of block of anger inside of me. Like, oh, he's always doing that. Damn it. And I just felt really horrible for the whole day, and I just sort of felt like this anger was literally blocking me from feeling good. And then I sat down to meditate, and then I just realized in the meditation that I have to let this anger go. Like, I have to just free it from my heart, and I have to really forgive. And it just sort of lifted from me. And then I just felt this cool breeze and this energy of coolness, freshness, just flowing right through me, through my body, through my hands, through my fingers. I even felt literally my stomach, it was almost like my stomach was in a knot because of this anger was just sitting in my stomach, so to speak. And I almost felt my stomach just let go and relax, and all the muscles in my stomach relax, and afterwards I felt so relaxed and so peaceful. And next time I saw my husband, actually I love you after all. After all, you're a great person. Life is not so bad. And it's only little things, but sometimes these little things in life are the things that make the biggest difference.
So for me, the main obstacle is this kind of overactivity, when you get overtired at the end, and you are so tired that you can't even sometimes relax yourself.
One obvious obstacle is tiredness. When I can come home from work very late at night, I do shift work, and I might not I mightn't get home till maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and and so I can be very tired, and it's difficult to meditate. I'd relax and cool down, and then try to meditate. But when you're tired, it's hard to not for your mind not to wander and to come into center. But you need the discipline in that when you're free and you're still alert, that you sit down and you do the techniques while you get the most benefit out of them.
Sometimes if I feel that there's something that I'm holding on to, like if there's something that's worrying me or that I'm thinking about, if I can't let go of that thing, then it disrupts the flow of meditation. But also with sitting in meditation, and when this energy rises, it kind of dissolves these things, these worries or fears or things that one is holding on to.
And my obstacles probably come from like too much planning or too much wanting things to go in certain way, or maybe kind of disability to surrender everything to the harmony of life or the flow of life.
It affects my approach to taking care of my children. If I'm feeling overactive and I'm maybe feeling a bit agitated, that through meditation I can remove this feeling. So if I haven't meditated and I'm feeling like this, I'm less patient with my children. I'm less fair with my children. I'm less understanding. I can be snappy. And that, of course, affects them and how they're feeling. So if I haven't meditated, it doesn't just affect me, but it affects the people around me and my interaction with them. It's like a domino effect.
There's more things happening in the morning because I'm a mom, you got your kids, you have to get breakfast, you have to get the house organized, you have to get ready for work, kids off to school. And okay, oh God, I've got late 10 minutes to meditate. And then I'm sitting down to meditate and I'm already thinking like, and then I have to do this and then I have to do that. And then it hasn't really actually been like a meditation. It's just been myself sort of pre-planning my day instead of really meditating.
Well, there are of course days when I don't manage to meditate, or I just don't have enough time, or there is no practical chances to have like a moment where I could just have my own space to meditate. And those days, perhaps they feel almost the same like the other days, but then I realize that if I have like a continuously time when I don't meditate, I somehow start to lose some kind of sensitivity to what is happening inside of me, and the sensitivity to how I should interact with other people. Like I somehow lose the trail a little bit.
And then I notice that I'm so hectic. I go to work and I'm already in this like, okay. And then I usually what happens without fail is I get down the bottom of the stairs and I'm on the 3rd floor. So I usually get down the bottom and realize I've forgotten something. That's the first thing that happens. I go back up. And quite often I'll get then downstairs and then to my bicycle and I realize, oh, damn it, I've forgotten my line, so again I have to go up or something. Or I get to work and I realize I didn't do something because somehow I'm 3 steps ahead of myself. I'm so busy planning into the future that I forgot to do the things which I should have done at that moment.
I could easily be without my regular meditation for like 2-3 days or even for a week. But then usually I need to do some bit more clearing or a bit more kind of put my attention into the meditation state again, just in order to get back to the track.
when I have a good meditation, I feel it's like it helps everyone around, that everything flows well. If I don't, then I feel that I'm not able to deal with difficulties that come up very easily.
Well, for me, it's definitely very hard to actually fall asleep if I have not been meditating, because this kind of heavy load of the whole work day and the whole day basically is just all on your shoulders still, and these thoughts are still rolling in your head, and you are kind of trying to fall asleep, but it doesn't happen so soon and so fast. That's the first thing. And then what else? Yeah, you feel like you're lacking something, because meditation becomes style of your life already, and you can't do without it. It's like the essential part of your day.
I think meditation, it's a very natural thing. It's a very natural state, just like breathing or your heartbeat or thinking. It's something that happens naturally. When you're actually meditating and in a true state of meditation, it's effortless.
Meditation, for me, is like the source of peace. Like sometimes I imagine like there's this huge source of peace and love in the world. And when you meditate, it's like you're allowed to tap into that. You're allowed to become a part of that.
It's sort of something that has always been, and it always will be the same sort of state or sort of thing inside humans. And I think that throughout the history, there has been different ways to try to achieve that.
You realize that you're actually like a small grain of sand on the surface of this planet, and you're not alone, like you're a part of something so big. And then sometimes you might feel yourself to be something so small, and actually it's a very nice feeling to remember that you're so small and that you're not just alone, like we're actually like a collective being. And also I think meditation for me is this constant reminder that every action we have is influencing everybody and everything around us, even though it's so tiny and minute, we can't see it or understand it sometimes. And that's meditation for me.
It's a very collective experience, because when a lot of people are in this state, also people it's a kind of mutual feeling for everybody simultaneously.
Meditation is something that gives you this inner peace, that gives you pure joy, that makes you happy, that helps you to be here and now in a present moment, that teaches you a lot, and that helps you to grow every day. And
it's about becoming yourself, but it's a living process. It's not something you can do with your mind or with your emotions or in any other way. It's a thing that grows in you. In the meditation, you can become yourself, your true self, which is the spirit.
It's a beautiful experience. I recommend everyone just to experience it at least once.